Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of What's Cooking. My name is Meredith, and tonight we are making a vegetable lo mein. So, I always like to have protein in my dinners, so we are having tofu, so it is still a vegetable-based dish. I've prepped a lot of my stuff, so I'm going to get my tofu in the oven, and then I'll kind of walk you through what's going on. I've pressed and cubed up 2 packages of tofu. The instructions on how to press it and stuff will be in my recipe link. You'll be able to see how you can get that tofu pressed to get most of that moisture out of there. You want to make sure a lot of that moisture comes out so you get a nice crispy tofu when you bake it. I'm not putting anything on it. Just put it on a baking sheet covered in parchment paper and popping it in the oven. It will probably take about 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm just going to set that for 20 so I don't forget about it. And I'll check it. If it's not brown enough, then I'll let it go a little bit longer. So while that starts, you can cut up your vegetables. I already did that. So I've cut up half an onion and I just sliced it. So I've got the long strings of onion. 4 or 5 stalks of celery thinly sliced. 4 or 5 carrots that I cut into matchsticks or julienne. And same thing with the red pepper, just one of those, julienne also. So that we're going to set aside. While my tofu is starting, I'm going to make my sauce. So I've got to get my ingredients here. We're going to start with some soy sauce. This one's almost gone, so I'm going to add the rest of that. That looks like about a tablespoon. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So here's the other one. Get that in there. It always takes forever to come out. That's about good. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can always make extra sauce if you want to. If you want like a saucier covering on your vegetables, totally fine. And then we're going to do about a tablespoon of maple syrup. I have sesame oil here. We're going to do about a teaspoon of that. And then rice wine vinegar. We're going to do about a tablespoon of that. And then, optional, you guys can add some sriracha or some red pepper flakes just to give it a little heat. I'll probably add just about a half a teaspoon just because I know my oldest doesn't like things too spicy. And now I'm just going to get a fork and just whisk this together and then set it aside. And in a few minutes, once that tofu has about 10 minutes left, that's when I'm going to start my vegetables. I'm also going to be making some noodles. I use udon noodles. I love these things. They come in these little pre-wrapped packages too, so it's like 1 serving, which is really cool. So I've got 1 serving of those. They only take about 5 minutes to boil. So once I start my vegetables, I'll start my water for the noodles, which I have here, ready to go. And then those will go in 5 minutes. So it's pretty quick. The longest thing is the tofu. You just gotta wait a little bit for that to start crisping up. Then you can start the rest of your stuff. So I'll be back to show you the rest shortly. All right, tofu has about 5-10 minutes left. My oil is heated in my pan. I just use about a tablespoon of olive oil. So I'm gonna add my veggies in there and stir fry these just for a few minutes, just to kind of warm them through. I still want them crisp tender. I have my water starting to boil, and then once these have cooked for a couple of minutes, I'm going to add in some bean sprouts. Now, here's my deal, people. Usually, I like fresh bean sprouts. We went to like 8 or 9 different stores, couldn't find any. So, canned bean sprouts. Never used them. So we'll see. They seem okay. They're still kind of like crunchy. So I have 2 pans just because we really like bean sprouts. I'm going to throw those in there just to warm them through. They don't really need to be cooked. So I'm going to get that going. And then you can top it with cilantro, scallions, whatever you want. You can throw some peanuts on there if you want to. Totally up to you what you want to top it with. So I'm going to let this go a couple minutes. Toss in my bean sprouts, let that go. And then once the tofu's done, add that in there also. And the noodles, once they're done cooking, and the sauce. And you just kind of put it all together in the pan. And I'll be back to show you all that though, once these cook down a little bit. Alright, all my veggies are cooked the way I like them. And now I'm just going to kind of put everything together. My tofu is out of the oven, so we're just going to dump this in here. There we go. And then I drained my noodles, so we're just going to pop those in there. And then we're just going to add our sauce, toss it all together, and then that's it. Serve it up. And then again, you can top it with cilantro, green onions, whatever. I just have those two things chopped up right here. And I will just put that on each individual bowl. So, thank you guys for joining me. Whoops, losing tofu. And if you like these videos and you want to see more of them, make sure you hit the like button and you hit the subscribe button so you make sure that you can catch all of my recipes. And as always, the link to the recipe is in the description of the video. That is my website. So make sure you go over there and check it out. And if you guys are on Instagram TV watching this, then head over to my profile and follow me over there. And you can also grab the link to my website in my bio. So thank you guys for joining me. I will see you next time.